you to overcome 'em with grins, agree 'em to death and destruction, let 'em swaller you till they vomit or bust wide open. In this quote, the grandfather means that the only way for one to survive in a white man's world is to lie to them so one can live without trouble. Basically, he tells his grandson to always know who his true identity is and to never give in to the white man. My God, boy, you're a black and living in the South. Did you forget how to lie? What Dr. Bledsoe means is that in the South, it is the only way black boys survive is by lying. If they tell the truth, it's very easy for them to get killed. Therefore, a black must learn how to lie to survive. You lied to both of us. The narrator is upset because Dr. Bledsoe did not keep his word with either the narrator or Mr. Norton, because Mr. Norton implied and pleaded that no action should be taken on the narrator, but he still decided to punish the narrator for something that wasn't really anything in his hands. Damn what he wants. We take these white folks where we want them to go. We show them what we want them to see. Don't you know that? I thought you had sense. What Dr. Bledsoe is trying to say is that it is only correct to lie to white people in order to make them happy and avoid further problems. He thinks the narrator is silly for going with the white person's desires, knowing that they weren't correct. If they want to tell the world a lie, they can tell it so well that it becomes the truth. And if I tell them you're lying, they'll tell the world even if you prove you're telling the truth. Dr. Bledsoe threatens the narrator that if a white person would like to tell a lie, they get their lie across and they make it seem like a truth. Therefore, if the narrator were to go to Mr. Norton or to any other white person telling them that Dr. Bledsoe treated him unjustly, they would not believe the student. They would believe Dr. Bledsoe, or they would believe one of their own, a white. I want to help you, but there is a tyranny involved. Dr. Emerson wants to help the narrator into getting his job, but from the beginning, Dr. Emerson saw the letter and he knew what was on it. Therefore, he felt very sorry for him because Dr. Emerson actually had a heart and he wanted to help him, but there was something totally unjust that the narrator was not aware of, and he was blindly believing in the goodness of the world instead of believing the corrupted version that was tagging on his back. Thus, while the bearer is no longer a member of our scholastic family, it is highly important that his severance with the college be executed as painlessly as possible. The letter that Dr. Bledsoe gave the narrator was actually deceit from Dr. Bledsoe, because Dr. Bledsoe told the narrator that that letter would help him get a job in Harlem in order to come back to the university. But in reality, what Dr. Bledsoe wanted was from him to fail and die and not get a job in Harlem or get an opportunity to come back to the campus. Therefore, Dr. Bledsoe in the letter told the owners on how to avoid hiring the narrator due to his small fault. You are wise to distrust me. The old man from the Brotherhood tells the narrator that it is wise for him to distrust him in the first meeting, because one never knows who will deceive one and lie to them. Therefore, the narrator, after his prior experiences with deceit and lies, is on his toes and aware of anyone and trying to figure out and not trusting anyone who tries to get close to him emotionally wise. If you get too big, they will cut you down. Be smart. An anonymous brother from the Brotherhood warns the narrator to not get too big, to not get his head inflated too much, to to not show that he is very smart, because other people are jealous of his attributes and they are willing to deceive him. Therefore, it is only smart to keep your gainings low and to stay humble in order to not catch attention, so one can stay alive and without problems.